What's going on? This is Tobacco Reviews. Today we are going to be talking about the Pall Menthol Blacks. A little bit different than the Pall Menthols. They come in both shorts and hundreds. It's part of their new nationwide rollout of two new varieties of Pall cigarettes known as Menthol Black and Menthol White, because the original menthol flavor was kind of shitty and it burned for a while, but it, kind of burned for like a little too long. And I never was really a big fan of those. And around here where I live in Florida, we have pretty high cigarette prices. So, you kind of got to go with the cheaper brands if you don't want to spend $6 or $7 a pack after the taxes and state taxes and federal tax and the sales tax. That tends to cost around $1.50 more onto that price there. So Pall Malls usually around the same price as L&M's, as Philip Morris. I guess this is R.J. Reynolds' response to that. And pretty much all I smoked for about a year after the prices went up for the last time was L&M menthols. Kind of vary between the shorts and the hundreds, and as you know, they both have different tastes in all brands of cigarettes. Like, Newports are not going to be the same flavor and consistency in the shorts as compared to the hundreds. And that's just, what we've come to expect from major cigarette manufacturers. And then you get the small guys in there like Natural American Spirit, and they're a little bit higher cost, but you know what, you're paying for quality. And that's one thing that I've always had a big complaint about with some of the major tobacco companies, excluding Lorillard, and that's their quality. They don't really care anymore. They manufacture, billions of these things a year. What's the quality control on them? Well, these cigarettes, ever since they added the FSC, I've always been able to tell. The blends have changed. It really it doesn't feel right. It doesn't taste the same. It's not the same experience. And these are just an all-around better cigarette than the L&M menthols and the original Pall Mall menthols. I've yet to try the menthol whites. I'm a little bit hesitant to try those because I've kind of learned to associate the white color over time with lights, and honestly I think that, that's just a stupid gimmick because you're just going to inhale harder on the cigarette or smoke more of them. It's really the same deal. And they're kind of cracking down, and I think it's a federal thing. It might just be in Florida, I'm not really sure, but they're kind of cracking down on the usage of the words light and ultralight, and the way that they color code the packages, and things of that nature. I don't really know why R.J. Reynolds decided to name these Menthol Blacks. Maybe in response to the Marlboro Menthol Blacks that came out around this time last year. Honestly, I can say that these beat them. As a matter of fact, this is, for $3.97 a pack before tax, this is the best cigarette that I've ever had. It really is. It really, truly is. This is the best thing that I've ever seen come out of R.J. Reynolds. And the only thing that I can say is that I really hope that they keep that going. Because another thing that, you tend to run into since the FSC edition is you leave the cigarette alone for, I don't know, about a minute and a half, and the thing is going to fucking go out. I mean, it's that FSC, it's the carpet glue they put in there in strips, and basically, if the cigarette burns for too long, it hits one of these speed bumps, as they call it, the tobacco companies call it, and it kind of tends to extinguish it. And if you try to hit it again during that time, you're just going to get this mouthful of carpet glue. And, a lot of people have reported health effects of that. Of course, that hasn't been proven, and honestly, I think that the health effects of smoking a cigarette altogether, I mean, if you can handle that, then what's one more addition, really? But it did kind of ruin the cigarette at the same time. So, they've done the best job of masking it, I'd say. And I'm not really a fan of smoking in general. You might wonder why I'm doing a review of a cigarette if I'm not a fan of smoking. Well, the way that I see it is I was, forced into this shit by my own stupidity. And if I'm gonna smoke, and that's a choice that I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna force myself to pick up a pack of cigarettes every day, it might as well be a good pack of cigarettes, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be so expensive that, you know, I have to set a separate section in the budget for my cigarettes. That's just stupid. It's just stupid. With this price, I got 10 packs, and I mean, I know, if you live in, you know, the Northeast or any of those areas, it's of course substantially higher, but you can get 10 packs here in Florida for, what, $32 before tax, and I'm sure it's even cheaper in some of the other states like Louisiana and Alabama and all the southern states. So if you live in the South and budget isn't an issue to you, I would definitely go ahead and pick up a pack of those, because I mean, I picked up about however many packs that is, and I've smoked, like, I don't know, 3 packs already since yesterday. That's not a good thing that they're, you know, these cigarettes are contributing to me smoking even more, but at the same time, it's the first time that I've really enjoyed a cigarette since, for quite some time. For quite some time, really. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a cigarette. This definitely qualifies. So, long story short, go up, pick up a pack of these. They're, you know, $3.97. If they're not at your retailer yet, they'll probably be there soon, because this is a nationwide rollout. So, just keep your eyes peeled, and you won't be disappointed. I can tell you that. I'm definitely going to pick up a pack of the Menthol Whites and review those at a future date. So, you know, I guess, till next time, peace.